I'm going to teach today a brief message that will make it very clear about God's purpose for us and for marriage and for family, and how gay marriage will disrupt what God is doing. Even though people may not do it intentionally, they don't know they're being used that way. At the meeting, they said, well, no, it won't impact the schools, it won't impact religious freedom. Well, we see it is already. So it may not be the person who's saying that it won't impact it, but somebody's out there who really want to push that agenda to the next level. And it won't stay just in somebody's closet.
There are a lot of churches that you go Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. They're pretty negative towards gay folks. In fact, they don't just say you can't get married. They just say your lifestyle is an abomination. I read the Bible. I read the Bible. I consider myself a very spiritual person. I love my church. I go to church. I love gospel music. And I do not think the parts of the Bible that these good gentlemen and ladies of the cloth are using to try to beat me down, I just totally disagree with them. I know if Jesus Christ was here right now, he'd have been sitting here with us. He'd have been sitting here with us voting no on Proposition 8. That's crazy. It's just a no-brainer.
We've heard very little from non-white lesbians and gay men.
We don't have enough Black, gay, and lesbian people who are going into their own communities and talking to people who live in those communities about what Prop 8 means and what it would mean for Black, lesbian, and gay people. So I think that the primary voice of opposition, it comes from a group that seems very distant from the Black community. Upper income, white, gay people who have a particular way that they identify their sexuality. Here in Los Angeles, it's the folks in West Hollywood. And I think that people in the Black community don't see the link between the results of Proposition 8 and the way it will affect their gay neighbors. And there are plenty of them in, historically Black neighborhoods here in Los Angeles.
Now we're Bernard Parks. Let me tell you a little funny story about how we met. I think it was Fred Price Boulevard.
That's it. No, corner.
Corner.
Yeah, we
We wanted to name a corner in LA after Fred Price. Being the outspoken Black lesbian that I am, knowing that Fred Price does not like gay and lesbian people, I just couldn't let that happen.
For the most part, my work is in politics. I worked in Congress, founded the National Black Justice Coalition, co-founded it. That organization is the National Black, Gay, and Lesbian Advocacy Group out of Washington, D.C. As far as Black people are concerned, the majority of Black gays and lesbians live where Black people live in L.A. What's left of Black LA. And we're not in West Hollywood, we're not in Silver Lake. We live in the hood, with everybody else. And the struggles that the majority of African Americans have in the state of California, mind you, we only make up 6%, actually less than 6% of the entire state population, we're dealing with those same issues. So whether it's affordable housing, employment, gang violence, dealing with that whole situation, driving while Black, because you will get pulled over for being Black, but chances are you won't get pulled over for being gay.
I have not focused on any of these propositions. I'm focused on foreclosures. I'm focused on what's happening with people losing their homes. I'm focused on the fact that we have an economic crisis. There are a lot of issues that can divide people, a lot of issues that can cause a lot of confrontation. But for me, the economic crisis is the most important thing that I am concerned about.
Like I said, I've been saying we should be talking now about how are we going to prevent young African American folks, young gay African American folks, how are we going to prevent them from getting infected with the HIV virus? 47% of African American men, gay men, between ages of 18 and 27 are HIV positive. And yet we're talking about Proposition 8. We don't hurt anyone. We're not hurting anyone. This is who we are. Why would those pastors who are, you know, oh yes, proposition, this is the marriage is between a man and a woman. Says who?